that certain percentage lang.
In the 1987 constitutions, the others being the Commission on Audit Civil Service Commission. Through its 82 years existence, the Commission has remained steadfast in its role as the sole authority and defender of the universal right to suffrage. The Commission successfully conducted the May 2022 national presidential elections, where 55,291,975 voters cast their votes to elect national and local government officials, the highest ever turnout of any election in history. Moreover, the agency holds a high of 82% citizens' trust and approval rating. COMELEC owes its recent success to the consistent implementation of registration drives for new voters from the youth sector. The agency also implemented gender-specific voters information and education campaigns nationwide. It conducted numerous overseas voters information and training seminars for the Vote Anywhere initiative. The Commission is at the moment preparing for the December 5, 2022 barangay and SK elections nationwide. The 2023 budget includes the usual regular programs expenses such as personnel services, 3,533,467,000 pesos, which constitute the Commission's largest expense, following by MOE at 818,266,000. Automatic appropriations and capital outlays rounds of majority of the NEP 2023 approved budget. Magandang umaga po at mabuhay po tayong lahat. We acknowledge our speaker, especially our serving and our majority leader speaker, Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, and majority floor leader, Manix Dalipe. Vice Chair Matugas.
Thank you very much, Chairman Saldi. Good morning po, Speaker Martin and Majority Leader Manix. We'll now proceed with our budget hearing. I believe na our committee secretary already distributed copies of the presentation of COMELEC to everybody through our Viber group. In the interest of time, may I call Deputy Majority Leader Palma for his motion.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's already 10:37, and in the interest of time, I move that we dispense with the presentation of the outside the presentation of the COMELEC, so that we can right away proceed with the interpellation. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Okay, there's a second. There's a motion and it's been seconded. So we will now dispense with the presentation and now proceed directly with the interpolation from the members of the House. So magandang umaga again, especially to our Chairman Garcia, and to the other commissioners, Commissioner Perolino and Commissioner Celis, and the rest of the COMELEC family. So una po nating tatawagin from the minority for his interpolation, Representative JC Abalos.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chairman. First, magandang araw po sa COMELEC family, kay Chairman Garcia, sa ating commissioners, my esteemed colleagues, and sa ating mga guests ngayon. Magandang umaga po. First, I would like to congratulate Chairman Garcia for his recent appointment in the COMELEC. I am confident that his previous commitment to transparency will tremendously help in maintaining the integrity of the poll body. I would also like to thank the COMELEC family for being here today and presenting us their budget plans. For my first question, Mr. Chair, the Constitution provides and guarantees the independence and fiscal autonomy of the COMELEC. And I understand po that the provincial offices of the COMELEC relies on LGUs for office spaces as per Section 55 of the Omnibus Election Code. That being said, I would like to ask the COMELEC regarding their view on the move to amend this provision that would provide them separate and independent office spaces.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Your Honors, magandang umaga po. Thank you very much for that question. We'd like to take this opportunity to expound on that matter. Alam niyo po, Your Honors, we have 81 provincial election supervisors' offices. And unfortunately, until present, the local government units are providing us, as correctly pointed out by the Honorable Congressman from the party list, that indeed, binibigyan po nila kami ng mga office spaces. And the issue is whether that will seriously compromise the independence of the Commission election. I can honestly tell you, Your Honors, with high conviction that this will not affect our independence. However, Your Honor, if we are to pursue the path of amending Section 55 of the Omnibus Election Code, that will really mean a lot of money, a lot of budget, which unfortunately, Your Honors, we are fully aware that as of this time, the government is really pressed on just having a very little budget to spend dahil napakadami pong ibang paggagastusan. Realistically, indeed, we are envisioning a future that our COMELEC offices will be ours and ours alone. But unfortunately, because of budget constraints, we cannot do that. But kahit po pinapatira po nila kami, binibigyan po nila kami ng bahay, again, the guarantee from COMELEC is, and we have proven that even in the last election and the previous elections, we can still maintain our independence. Hopefully po, with the kind help of this Committee on Appropriation and the Congress in general and the entire government in general, we are hoping that in the future, we can build individual homes for our individual offices. Thank you very much, Your Honors.
For my next question po, Mr. Chair, the COMELEC deals with big data. Does the Commission have its own unit that handles and manages this data?
Yes, Your Honors, Mr. Chair. We have the Information and Technology Department, and we are actually a continuous process of improving our systems and programs. Yung pong DBM, meron po silang requirement lagi, yung tinatawag nilang mithi, at meron din po tayong tinatawag na IPPR na kung saan requirement po na every 3 years it will have to be, we have to defend that so that that will be included in our budget. As far as the COMELEC is concerned, likewise, Your Honors, we, in view of the number of data that we are presently holding and accepting, we are going to start the digitalization process. For the information, excuse me, Your Honors, of the body, the COMELEC Information Technology Department is now ISO certified. And so because of this development, we are going to improve more on the system and the programming of the Commission election. Ang pinaka-best example po, Your Honors, yung pong aming precinct finder, kung natatandaan po noong nakarang eleksyon. Madami pong hindi nakakita, pero mas madami po ang nakakita. 25 million hits po yung nakakuha ng precinct finder. Do sa 25 million hits, Your Honors, 35,000 ang nag-attempt na i-hack ang system namin. Unfortunately, in 2019, Your Honors, it was hacked. But fortunately, in 2022, the last election, regardless of their tries, 35,000 tries, they failed to hack our system because of the improved programming and system of the Commission on Elections.
Mr. Chair, I would also like to know po, how much is the budget allotment of the COMELEC for data management? For data management.
Yes, Your Honor. May I respectfully inquire from our budget officer, Your Honor? Your Honors, sorry for that, Your Honor. 253 million for ISSP.
For my next question po, Mr. Chair, on the topic of elections, one of the most important elements of a democracy is the right to suffrage. And I would like to commend the COMELEC for a very successful voter turnout, which is around 84%. I would like to ask po the COMELEC if they think the declaration of the Malacanang of May 9 as a special non-working holiday contributed to this high turnout.
Definitely, Your Honor, one of the contributing factors. But I think po, because of the passion and enthusiasm of our people, they really trooped during the election of May 9, unprecedented in our history po. I know for a fact that individual members of this commission can attest to the fact that even in your own districts, in your own provinces and municipalities, sadya po talagang hindi po overflowing po yung mga bumoto. Siguro nakadagdag talaga yung pong declaration. We always do that po for all elections. And because that was really the case for all presidential elections. Talaga pong mataas lagi. Pagka presidential, minsan po bumababa kapag barangay and SK election na lang or midterm election. Pero pag po national and local election for president, vice president, and such other positions, lagi pong mataas. 84.1%, Your Honor. Several factors, but surely one of those factors was the one you mentioned, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I would like to know the COMELEC's thoughts on Article 94 of the Labor Code, which deals with the right to holiday pay, which designates the day of general election among the list of regular holidays.
We will definitely support any move to consider the conduct of the election, that day of the conduct of the election, as a regular holiday entitling all our workers to additional pay. That will be for, of course, Congressman Mendoza of the TUCP will be very happy to hear, surely, that we, the COMELEC, will be fully supportive of that initiative.
Mr. Chair, I would like to manifest po na ang kagawain po kasi natin tuwing national or general election ay pinaghihintay natin yung karamihan ng electorate o mga kababayan natin na abangan yung announcement ng Pangulo na gawing special non-working holiday ito. The special non-working holiday meaning 30% lang po yung dadagdag sa daily rate ng manggagawa kung pumasok po sila ng trabaho. Samantala, kung magboboto po sila at hindi magtatrabaho, no work, no pay po yung mangyayari. Kaya naman po, yung isa sa mga unang panukalang batas ko na inihain ng office ko sa Kongreso ay yung Election Day Holiday Act o ang House Bill number 755. Gagawin nitong regular holiday yung Election Day. I would like to get the views lang po sana of our distinguished guests from COMELEC on this proposed legislation.
We will support, Your Honor, 100% your proposal.
Mr. Chair, just to wrap up po, I hope we consider House Bill 755 in the 19th Congress that seeks to declare elections as a regular holiday. Kasi it will free every Filipino from the absurd situation of having to choose whether to exercise their right to vote or their right to work in order to feed their families. Also, with regard to separate and independent office space, I reiterate that this could safeguard the autonomy also of the poll body. Lastly, according to Moore's law, computing power would double 18 to 24 months based on the current rate of technological advancement. This gives us an idea of how fast technology develops. One reason that companies and organizations who deal with data prefer to take on third-party vendors and providers to have technology, available infrastructure, and skills of the people. But you see, Mr. Chair, that the government has always been one of the biggest users or subscribers